All right, this is the Mayflower 560, I think is the number on it. Tire machine I got off eBay. It's the cheapest one I could find on there that had somewhat decent reviews. But I think it'll do up to about a 12-inch wide wheel and a 12-inch wide tire, because when I was dismounting some 33s on 12-inch wide wheels, I noticed it would rub pretty good right here. You could get it on there, but definitely no more than that. This is kind of a smaller tire machine. It works great for car tires and stuff, and it will do truck tires up to a 35. I've been using it about 6 or 7 months now, and it's been great. I love it. It's coming handy more times than I can count. I'm gonna do a quick demonstration here to show you how it works. You're gonna need a valve stem removal tool, obviously, but first thing we gotta do is get all the air out of the tires. Now that we got the bead broke, we'll clamp the tire to the wheel. And wherever your valve stem is, you usually want to start behind it a few inches so you don't rip it or pull it out. So I'll spin the wheel so we'll pass it a little bit. And we'll lock this where that's barely off the rim right here. Usually pull it a few millimeters off, or about a 1/4 inch or so. Yeah. Usually you can put lube on here, but it's not really necessary on these softer sidewall tires. But you'll get under the lip, make sure you push this down under the lip of the rim right over here. And it should come right off. One down. Now I bought new wheels for this vehicle, so I'm just swapping the tires over to these. But with aluminum wheel, usually I'll pull that, I don't know what you call it. I'll pull that arm off of the wheel just a little bit further just to keep from scratching them. Now, before you install the tire, you'll want to use some goo. Just running around the bead on both sides. Where your valve stem is, when you're putting the top bead on especially, you want to make sure it's already past where the tire is going to be sucking into the wheel. So about there. You want to just keep this lip up under here. Keep the bead under this lip. Now, like I was saying, this one doesn't have the bead blaster, but this tire may already be having enough pressure pushing out on it that it might just air right up with just a little wiggling. I may have to take the valve core out. Let's see. Oh yeah, aired right up. one that's being stubborn and won't seat on the bead. This is a used tire. There's no telling how long it's been sitting. And the bead won't set. I've tried and tried, it's not gonna sit. So, since I don't have the bead blaster, we're gonna use bead setter in a can. Now you gotta do this very quick, or this just doesn't, after it sits for a second, it kind of dissipates and just doesn't work. And you gotta put air to it right when you do it. And don't burn all the hair off your arm. All right, now we're aired up. Beads on all the way around on both sides. Put your valve cap on and she's good to go because I don't have a balancer. So I'm thinking about getting one of those bubble balancers that you sit the wheel on and it does it that way. But I don't really balance wheels that much anyway, unless it's on something that you're gonna be going 100 miles an hour on all the time. Which is pretty much nothing. Now I just got 3 more to mount and then we'll be done. And here's what I'm talking about with the 12-inch wide wheel. At least the 20-inch diameter 12-inch wide wheel. If the wheel was narrower, it wouldn't push it as far back. But once you get a wheel this size on this machine, you're running very close right here. Now once you get the first bead popped on, which you can even do out here on the ground, it's not that difficult, and then slide it on here. It's not a big deal. But when you're trying to mount or dismount the tire, initially you don't have much room here because the wheel is so big and wide. This machine is just not really designed for this big of a wheel and tire setup. It does work though. I have done it a few times. You just kind of have to, I'll put like some of the tire lube on the tire and it kind of just slides under there, but it can work. Also, you run into problems here past the 35. This will not mount a 37. Got a package in the mail. Let's see. Should be the turbo. A box on a box. Going gaskets, more gaskets. That's a little different than the first one I bought. Wow, it's packaged way better. Oh, it tells you right there, look at that. Turbo. Spins just as scrappy. I like it. Well, it's time to get the broke one off and get the new one on. Thanks for watching, guys. God bless.